I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. For 3 months of no videos, that is outrageous! I'm so sorry! Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I'm so sorry it's been so long. I am, for a lack of a better phrase, going through it right now. But listen, I'm so sorry to all of your faces, and by the way, I still occasionally stream on Twitch if you'd like to give me a follow and hang out sometime when I'm live. I'm so new to streaming still, but that's the thing. But in the meantime, with this video, I have still been playing PvP on Destiny 2. Somehow, anyway. Stupid prismatic hunters bullying me non-stop. Stupid radar manipulation. Oh, I always fall for it! Anyway, here is a list of what I feel are the most underrated weapons in Crucible right now. Now, of course, I'm a pleb, I'm not an insane player, I do not have like a 3+ KD, so, you know, I usually focus on what is the most usable by anybody rather than just like higher skill players, because I'm quite literally that player. I'm shit. But I'm all about ease of use, and I'm all about usability for just everybody involved, you know what I mean? From using the perk Genesis and never reloading, and pretty much going against my kill clip agenda, to switching between weapons and experiencing some of the highest time to kill in the game, to also some options that are a lot more chill and ease of use, that will still win you matches, win you trials matches, and just make you do well. Yes, let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to cover the Cerberus +1. This has been heavily requested for me to use for months now. Probably years, actually. I see you, Hangman, or Astra. So the Cerberus +1 is one of the most unique auto rifles, and I'm going to go ahead and assume everybody watching right now has this weapon already. It's basically an auto rifle that has 4 shotgun barrels, or just gun barrels. And when you shoot it, it shoots from all of them. So instead of it being one concentrated number, it is a burst of all sorts. A burst of damage. Now already, Cerberus is a fairly slept-on weapon. It's fantastic at taking out bubbles, taking out wells, taking out Titan barricades, and also shreds people. But one of the most noteworthy things with this weapon is the catalyst buff that it received. And to put it in the most basic sense possible, you get a kill, and then when you reload, you get focused fire. So similar to kill clip, you know? And after that reload, after the kill, for 9 seconds, the Cerberus has a tighter spread and deals increased damage. Now, how much damage is increased, I don't actually know. I think in PvE, it's 90% or something like that, but in PvP I actually don't know. In terms of specific numbers, not a clue. All I know is it's apparently increased damage, and as you can see from the gameplay, I go on a surprising amount of streaks with this thing. And also, I'll note during this gameplay, if you already use the Cerberus and understand how to use this thing, you'll also notice that I'm messing up big time, and I'm so sorry. So basically, I'm used to kill clip. You get a kill, you reload, you have kill clip, okay? And if I get another kill with that during the time I have kill clip, I reload again to try and refresh it. That's what I'm used to. Unfortunately, if I do it with this weapon, it completely cancels out focus fire. So I'll get a kill, reload to activate focus fire, and if I get another kill after the reload and I have focus fire active, it refreshes it by itself. I don't have to reload, but because I'm so obsessed with kill clip, I've ruined it, and I mess up a lot. So even with that going on, I'm still going on a lot of streaks here, even with that in mind, and I'm so sorry if it's painful to watch, but you get the point. It's really good, really underrated, and I don't know what weapon to use with this, like what special weapon, or maybe another primary, I'm not sure. I guess if you were properly trying to make the most out of this, you'd probably just use like a grenade launcher or maybe a wave frame. Just commit to it, you know, full send. For the most part with this, I just ended up running a scout rifle as my secondary, just in case it goes long range and I just, you know, decide to shoot a bit further. But having said that, the range on the Cerberus looks like it's nothing because it just looks like this puny weapon, but it reaches fairly far. Do not underestimate this thing. Loads of streaks going on, and you can just tell it takes people by surprise when you're shooting people with it, especially when you have focus fire active during the bloody short time I do, because I keep forgetting the... Well, no, actually, I remember the reload, but after another kill, so I turn it off. Oh, it's so stupid. I'm sorry. My point is, though, it's really good. The time to kill is really strange. I know time to kill is not important for everyone, but I just mean, like, the bullets are so random, so even if you are spot on, listen, the game, this gun does not care. Prepare for some weird inconsistencies, for sure. But for the most part, I'm saying, genuinely give it a try. It is the most basic thing, and it's honestly, it's really fun. I can't lie. All I ask though is to just not do what I've done here with the stupid reload thing. Look at that focus fire, it's on, but no, I'm like, oh yeah, kill, reload again. I've turned it off. Well done. Pick it up and try it out. It's honestly probably in the best spot it's ever been in. For the next weapon, we have the third Axiom pulse rifle. Now, adaptive frames have always been one of my favorite pulse rifles, you know, it's just the most stable, reliable, it's brilliant, and most importantly, it's easy. It's so simple. Are you noticing a trend here? With the third Axiom, it's as classic as it gets. 2 bursts to the head, and that's a kill. And with the perk pool as well that it has, loads of options to go through, but there's one specific role I'm going to be trying to sell to you today. And I've made a video about this perk before already, but it's Genesis. I will not shut up about Genesis. It's so... How is it so underrated? The last time I mentioned Genesis was when I made the video on the auto rifle called the Come to Pass, a craftable high impact frame auto rifle, and the role I showed off in that video was Genesis and Golden Tricorn. And you guys seem to really like that video, and listen, to this day I still use that auto rifle, it still performs wonderfully, and it's mostly thanks to Genesis. Now, just in case you don't know what Genesis does, when you break a combatant's shield, it refills your weapon's entire magazine just from a shield break. Do you know how easy it is to just break a shield? Now, as I'm recording this video, I do not have internet, waffling a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure 1 burst of the head will break a shield. I mean, either way, even if it's slightly more than 1 burst. A shield break, and instantly your whole magazine is back. Say goodbye to reloading at all. And it may sound like a bit of a why do I care sort of perk, but trust me, how useful this perk is. I talked about it in my Come to Pass video, of course, but the usefulness of just never having to reload. And I'm not talking about having, you don't need perfect accuracy to keep this going, you know? Such a useful perk that I rarely see utilized by anyone. I would definitely call Genesis a perk that shines best in 6s. I'm sure it still does have its uses in trials and such, but you know what I mean. Full magazine constantly. It's like a 6v6 kind of scenario for sure. But also brilliant for streaks, brilliant for big old kill chains, which I got a few of them with this weapon. I almost got a 7th column. And by almost, I mean I was like 5 seconds off. But still. Alright, Genesis aside, the role I have is Fluted Barrel, Ricochet Rounds, Genesis obviously, and Headseeker. I'm quite a big fan of Headseeker. I don't know if it's necessary? God, I'm just such a wordsmith. When I got this role with Headseeker and Genesis, I was honestly thinking that this is all I need. I don't really see any other perk that will really do me much better, to be honest. Maybe Rampage, but I honestly prefer the consistency of Headseeker. But I'm pretty sure Headseeker does not increase the time to kill or anything like that on adaptives. I'm trying not to obsess over time to kill because I know it's ultimately not that important because there are so many variables in between and all that. You know, there's so much going on. Maybe elemental capacitor for even more stability or handling. But even then, like I said, for the overall weapon performance, it's such an easy weapon to use. It has a great amount of range. Such a smooth weapon. A lot of people, rightly so, aren't the biggest fan of the holographic sight, but I don't mind that. I think the trade-off is worth it. For a weapon that's fairly easy to use, for a weapon that's extremely easy to get, and can utilize Genesis so well. You can play more aggressive with this pulse rifle, you can play a lot more sat back if you'd like. There's options here, you know, it's just so good! Listen, if you get this pulse rifle, specifically with Genesis, give it a try. I know this is not a brand new pulse rifle either, by the way. I know it's already a fairly old pulse rifle, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to enlighten you guys about the world of Genesis. Give it a try. That's an order, okay? Okay, thanks. I love you. And just for a little bonus weapon that I'll only give a little shout out to, but it's still fun, I'm just really bad at utilizing it. It is the Yarovit MG4 SMG. It is a stasis SMG that is only obtainable through wall drops and I think prime engrams. I think prime engrams give them. Either way, because of that, they're fairly rare. I'm sure everyone here's got them to drop a few times, but I managed to get a roll with Zen Moment, Encore, Ricochet Rounds, and Full Ball. The only catch for me really is it's an SMG and I'm terrible at using them. It is stasis though, so I was trying my best to have just a general, really basic idea of just running with stasis and using Whisper of Chill, so when I get a kill with this SMG, as it is a stasis weapon, it has a chance to create a stasis shard. And then when I pick it up, you know, you could just throw it at people, then punch them or just shoot them and try and continue the chain of events. It's very fun, it's very obnoxious. However, it's not great in this meta. Having said that, like I just said, it's probably because of me, so it's definitely a skill issue on my end. But the idea is there, that's the point, you know? Plus with the roll I have on the SMG anyway, Zen Moment plus Encore plus Ombalon Fluid Dynamics, which already increases the stability from the top mag, I believe it is. Really smooth, and you know what, I like it. So if you get a good roll, look out for it. It's fun. Now, the last but not least duo of weapons I would like to showcase to your faces today. Now, don't be alarmed, I know I'm on my hunter right now, but we'll get to that in a second. Firstly, these two weapons. The Randy's Throwing Knife Scout Rifle paired with the Positive Outlook Auto Rifle. And there's one thing in common with these two weapons, and that is that they both have Cascade Point. Now, to simply explain Cascade Point, you get a kill with a weapon, then switch to your other weapon that has Cascade Point on it, and your rate of fire on that weapon will drastically increase, resulting in this. Isn't it great? Now, if you've watched my Twitch channel for a while, you've seen that I've dabbled in Cascade Point before, and especially in double Cascade Point with double primaries, but this is different. Firstly, I'll show you the roles. On the Randy's throwing knife, I have Discord and obviously Cascade Point, and on the positive outlook, I have Perpetual Motion and of course Cascade Point. Discord is significant because when I get a kill with the positive outlook and then switch to my Randy's throwing knife, when I get a kill with Randy's, it instantly replenishes the magazine. So really the idea is I get a kill with a positive outlook, switch to the scout rifle, get a kill, switch back to the auto rifle, get a kill, and on and on and on, as much as I can. Now, of course, the positive outlook does not have Discord on it, which is fine. And to try and make up for that, I put 3 void holster mods on my legs. It's not perfect, but still, you can go on some pretty insane sprees with this. It works very well. I've used this setup with double auto rifles, specifically the Horror Story auto rifle, because the collection roll has Discord and Cascade. So it's perfect! The time to kill with Cascade Point alone is around 0.5 seconds, so really good. One of the highest or lowest in the game. You know what I mean when I say highest. It kills people fast, yeah? Now, where does the Hunter come into this, you might ask? Let's be honest, no one asked. But I made a video about this about 6 months ago. The solar subclass on the Hunter, you can use Acrobat's Dodge, which is basically a fancy flip that when you complete it, gives yourself Radiant. And the cooldown for that is about 1.5 minutes. So every 1.5 minutes, you can give yourself Radiant just from doing a fancy flip. And obviously, as a fragment, have on Ember of Benevolence so that when you get Radiant, it's 15 seconds. So that sounds all well and fine, but every 1.5 minutes, is that it? That's bad. Well, you see, that's when the Aeon Swifts come into play. On those arms, select the third option, the Sect of Vigor. And as you can read here, it says gain class ability energy and take reduced damage from combatants for a short time when an ally dies. Can you already see what I'm cooking here? If you run this in 6v6 game modes, you're gonna get your flip back not every 1.5 minutes, but every maybe 20 to 30 seconds, sometimes less. So if you're on a team and everyone's dying, that's good. And you can see the whole idea here. In between this almost constant Radiant, get a kill with the positive outlook, switch to your scout rifle with Cascade Point, and suddenly you have Cascade Point and Radiant procced at once. And what is the time to kill, you may wonder, may ponder, may ask? Again, I don't think anyone asked. I'm going to tell you anyway. Yeah, it's 0.4. 0.4 seconds time to kill. That easily. Look at the clips I got. All the clips I got from this video with these 2 weapons, I got in 1 evening. Or hardly that even. My connection lately has been awful. The time to kill is insane. This is my first time messing with it. I wasn't using the positive outlook at the time, but I was just messing with stuff just to basically find out Radiant and Cascade Point to see how hard and how easy it is to constantly proc. This was my initial use of it. And that will give me Radiant. Switch to this, and the time to kill with with Cascade Point and Radiant should be 0, which is one of the highest handles. Okay. Are you proud of me, Lego? Isn't that insane? So a solid 450 auto rifle with Radiant. All you need to do is get a kill with that, and then you're free to just... If there is anything that I'm missing here that I can somehow improve this even more, let me know, by the way, because I'm so prone to like forgetting some easy thing that's in front of my face. But there we have it, my friends. 5 weapons that are, I don't know, kind of quirky, kind of fun, something a little bit different. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitch if you like. Usually when I'm live, I'm just messing around with some weird, goofy stuff on PvP. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything like that, or to simply yell at me about my reloading habit when it comes to the Cerberus. Either way, I appreciate your face. And thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. And as always, to your beautiful faces, take care.